Hi everybody, welcome to the Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD video Heart Piece Guide, or Piece of Heart Guide rather. So as you can see, there are some maps up there. If you're looking for a heart piece or treasure chart that leads to a heart piece in particular, you can click on one of those and it'll take you right to it, or a menu that you can choose which one. But we're just going to get started here, so continue to watch. Heart piece number 1 is at Forsaken Fortress. What you want to do is, after you get captive, I guess taken prisoner, you want to escape. And you don't actually have to do it this way. You can go in the main doors and walk all the way to the end of the hallway, but that's hard because then you have to avoid all the moblins and you'll probably get caught anyways. So escape using the method that I did in the video, and then head down. The first treasure chest here is not the piece of heart, this is actually the map, but you actually want to jump down into the room directly below. Then in the corner of the room there's a switch, and you can hop down, or you can hop on the switch, watching out for the rats of course, and open the chest inside the cell, which will lead to heart piece number 1. Piece of heart number 2 is on Windfall Island. To start this quest, you have to go into Mrs. Murray's school and talk to her a couple times. She will tell you that the gang of children outside is a little too much for her to handle, and that you should put them in their place. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So once you've talked to her, you can head outside and talk to the leader of the Killer Bees, is what they're called, Ivan. And he will challenge you to a hide-and-seek game, much like Majora's Mask. So in order to beat the Killer Bees at their hide-and-seek game, you have to find all of them. Although you aren't constrained to a time limit, you can take as long as you want. I will also be showing you all of the areas that the kids are hiding. So the closest one to you is directly behind you after the cutscene. Head out the archway and then head left. And you'll see the girl. She will jump off of the cliff, so head after her. You have to catch all of the kids, and that can be the most annoying part of this quest. Also, while I have some time to speak, this quest is mandatory, so you actually have to complete this. So once you've caught the girl, head out the main arch and roll into the tree. That's where Ivan is hiding, so then you can run around and catch him. Ivan will try to fake you out, so make sure he'll pretend like he's going up the ramp, and then he won't actually go up the ramp. The third kid is behind the gravestone at the top of the hill. So after you catch him, he will jump off the cliff, and then you can just chase after him. Finally, the fourth kid is behind the bomb shop. So there's an area to sidle on the side of it, but you can actually just roll and jump across. Then once you're there, you'll see the kid, and he will jump off again, and you'll have to chase him around the open field. Once you've caught him, though, you'll go back to talking to Ivan, and Ivan will give you piece of heart number 2. So piece of heart number 3 is on Windfall Island as well. Go into the ship sinking minigame, or the squid sinking minigame area. It's Salvatore's shop, just across from Mrs. Marie's school. And you have to play the game and beat it to get heart piece number 3. There's no constraint on how you must beat it. You just have to beat it with 24 cannonballs, which is what you have. So if you can beat it with 24 cannonballs, then you will get the heart piece.
Splish, kaboom! Splish, 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 kaboom! 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 Oh, ha, 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 ha. Hooray! Yay!
Piece of heart number 4 is on Paw Print Island. When you're on the island, cut around the big dome to find the area where you can crawl in the little hole, and go ahead and crawl in. And then just fall down the hole. Down here, head straight through the path in front of you. There will be some red choo-choos in your way once you get to the main room. You can either ignore them or fight them. It's up to you. And then head down the passage that is directly to the right of you. After coming to this main room. So keep following this path until you get to a treasure chest, and that will give you piece of heart number 4. Piece of heart number 5 is on Dragon Roost Island. One thing to keep in mind that I don't show in the video is that you have to do the letter sorting before going through Dragon Roost Cavern. So go ahead and after you've beaten Dragon Roost Cavern and you've completed the 25, you don't have to do the 25 letter sort before, but after you've beaten both the Dragon Roost Cavern and done the 25 letter sort, new character Beto, he's the new part-time guy, he'd love to see your 25 letter sort. So do the 25 letter sort for him, and he will give you a letter to send to his mom. So then head out to the post box outside and put the letter in the post box. Then later, you'll get a letter from his mom and receive piece of heart number 5. Like I said, for this piece of heart, you don't need to beat the 25 letter sword before Dragon Roost Cavern. You just have to have both of them completed. So you can beat Dragon Roost Cavern, then do the 25 letter sword. And then later on in the game, you'll be able to get this piece of heart after Beto is accepted as a part-time guy. He won't be accepted until you complete the 25 letter sword. So piece of heart number 6 is on Windfall Island, and this is the auction piece of heart. So while it's nighttime, go to the auction house. It's the house with the red door, and talk to Zanari in there. From there you can start the auction. So the auction will offer many things. Among them is a piece of heart. There are also a couple treasure charts and joy pendants, things like that, along with a swift sale in the HD version. I've sped up the auction part for the purpose of this video, but a basic strategy is to just keep tapping A. You're going to want a lot of rupees, especially for the piece of heart, because he starts it out at 80 rupees. And so the cheapest you'll probably be able to get it is 180 rupees, in that range. If you're really good, you can get it for less than 100 more. So on your first bid, you can bid about 12 rupees higher than what the maximum bid is, and you'll stun people for about 10 seconds. So you want to continue that, continue bidding high enough so that you will stun the crowd. Because you will stun them for 10 seconds and the count won't go up, and then once they're done being stunned, you can go ahead and start bidding again. So piece of heart number 7 is in the post box after you complete Forest Haven. Just go up to the post box, and there will be a letter for you from the Rito chief, giving you piece of heart number 7. Piece of heart number 8 is salvaged from the sea via treasure chart 31. So to get treasure chart 31, you need to take a picture of the moon at night and give it to Camo, who is an NPC in Windfall Island, during the day. He's sitting under the steps right by the auction house during the day. He will give you treasure chart 31, and you can use it to salvage piece of heart number 8 right next to Forest Haven. Piece of heart number 9 is obtained through treasure chart 33. So treasure chart 33 is gotten on Windfall Island. Talk to the lady outside of the potion shop wearing orange. Her name is Mineko. Take a picture of her and then show her the picture, and she will give you treasure chart 33, which then you can salvage the treasure at, I believe it is Starbelt Archipelago, in the bottom right corner of your sea chart. Piece of heart number 10 is obtained in that same sector. I guess it's 5-star Isles, sorry. Not Starbelt Archipelago. 5-star Isles. It is in the submarine in the bottom corner of that sector. So once you're in the submarine, you can hop off the ledge and beat up all of the bokoblins and keys. Once you've done that, a ladder will appear, and you can climb up and get heart piece number 10. Heart piece number 11 is obtained via treasure chart 15 found in Forbidden Woods. So once you're on the bottom floor of the dungeon, right past the first room, there is an area where you can bomb the large planks and go through a door. Make your way around this room using your boomerang to defeat the bokoblins and peahats as you go. Until you get to the top of the room. Once you've made it to the upper portion of the room, you can use your Deku Leaf to hit the propeller to make the platform come towards you, and then use your Deku Leaf facing backwards on the platform to propel yourself to the other side of the top part of the room. There you can pick up a bomb, and you can throw it into the middle jail cell in the middle of the room. If you're standing away from the jail cell, the flower guarding the treasure chest will be destroyed, and then you can just hop down into the room and open the chest for a treasure chart number 15. With treasure chart number 15, you can salvage piece of heart number 11 from Angular Isles. Piece of Heart number 12 is on Angular Isles. You can just hop off and get on the main island, and follow the scheme I use in the video to push blocks to get to the top. Once you're at the top, watch out, there is a blue choo-choo, and you can open the chest for Piece of Heart number 12. Piece of Heart number 13 is on Headstone Island. Use a Hyoi pair to attract a seagull and take control of it, and then fly with the seagull to the tip top of the island and fly through the Piece of Heart to obtain it. Then you can just undo control of the seagull and you will obtain Piece of Heart number 13. Piece of Heart number 14 is obtained through treasure chart number 23. To get treasure chart number 23 on Windfall Island, play the squid sinking minigame and beat the game with less than 20 cannonballs. You will be awarded treasure chart 23. You can then use this treasure chart on Diamond Step Isle to salvage Piece of Heart number 14. Piece of Heart number 15 is on Needle Rock Island. Use a Hyoi pair to take control of a seagull and fly to the very top of the Needle Rock and hit the switch to undo the fire on the chest. Open the chest then for Piece of Heart number 15. While you're flying with this seagull, watch out for the cargo rocks that are on the top. If they hit you, you will lose control of your seagull, so you may want to take more than one Hyoi pairs. Piece of Heart number 16 is on Great Fish Island. So go to the top of the spiral rock on Great Fish Island, and then you can use your Deku Leaf to fly across to a small inlet on the side of the larger main island. It's kind of hard to see from the top of the spiral rock, but it is possible to see if you take out your telescope. Once you've flown there, you can open the chest for Piece of Heart number 16. Piece of heart number 17 is in Six-Eyed Reef Sector at the submarine. So head into the submarine and hop down. You'll have to fight a series of moblins here. So one after another. After you've defeated all of them, a ladder will appear and you can head up and open the chest for piece of heart number 17. Piece of heart number 18 is in the sector of Stonewatcher Island. Go to the platform in this sector and defeat all of the cannons on the side, and then climb up the ladder and defeat all the enemies. Then you can open the chest for piece of heart number 18. Piece of heart number 19 is on Outset Island. Here you want to go to Orcus' house and challenge him to the sword fighting. I've sped this up heavily, and I've also cut out the middle part. Basically what you want to do is hit him 500 times before he hits you 3 times, which isn't too hard if you just keep parrying and you're careful, but if you're really impatient with him, then you will get hit 3 times before he hits you, or before you hit him 500. So just be patient, use your parry attacks, each of those count as 2 hits, and you can really only get about 3 or 4 hits in between parry attacks. Piece of heart number 20 is around Tangle Island. You want to encounter the 8-eyed Octorok, or the 8-eyed giant squid, I suppose. Then use your bombs to hit all of his eyes. You can also use your boomerang or arrows if you have them at this point. Once you defeat him, you can go to the middle where he was and use your grappling hook to pull up piece of heart number 20. when looking for the giant squid, what you want to go towards is the flock of seagulls. So keep sailing around Tingle Island sector. If you go outside of his sector, you've gone too far. Sometimes they can be kind of hard to find, so... Piece of Heart number 21 is on Spectacle Island during the Cannonball minigame. You have to beat this minigame to obtain Piece of Heart number 21. To beat it, you just have to hit all 5 of the barrels with a cannon. It's actually not that hard. Just make sure that you move in increments of 5 degrees, because that's where all the barrels are. So you move up and down to adjust your range, and then left and right to adjust your, I guess, horizontal plane. If you shoot too far, just go down 5 degrees, and then try again. You have plenty of bombs. I think you have 10. And there are only 5 barrels, so... After you've beat the minigame, Salvatore will give you Piece of Heart number 21. Piece of Heart number 22 is on Windfall Island. Here, talk to Linda, and she will tell you about this amazing man that she has a crush on. So what you want to do is take a picture of her, and then find Anton, and give the picture to him. Then you want to play the Song of Passing a couple times to get a couple days to go by. After a couple days go by, you can go to the coffee shop, and you'll see Linda and Anton together. And Linda, if you talk to Linda, she will give you Piece of Heart number 22. Halfway done. Piece of Art number 23 is also on Windfall Island. To complete this, you have to drop one of Zunari's decorative objects in all of the little spots for them around Windfall Island. So I've cut out most of this, just showing you where all of the spots are. You can only carry 3 at a time, so you'll have to buy 3 each time. They appear in your delivery bag. And so you have to pull them out of there. So the first 2 are by Zunari's shop. Then there are 3 by the guy sitting on the bench. Then there's 1 in between the auction houses, 2 on the ledge across from the auction houses, and then 6 on the main archway. Once you've done all of those, you can go and talk to the guy sitting on the bench. And he will give you Piece of Heart number 23. Piece of Heart number 24 is obtained through treasure chart number 11, which you get in Dragon Roost Cavern. So once you've gotten the grappling hook here, head through into the main room and then head directly to your left into the first door. And then directly to your right, there's an area to grapple across. Grapple across and open the chest for treasure chart number 11. Once you have treasure chart number 11, you can use it on Crescent Moon Island for Piece of Heart number 24. Piece of Heart number 25 is in 7-Star Isles. Look for the flock of seagulls, and then take on the giant squid, the 8-eyed giant squid. So, once you've hit all of the eyes of the giant squid with either a cannonball, your arrows, or your boomerang, any of those will damage the eyes. It'll take different amounts of hits for each of them, but once you've defeated all the eyes, you can head to the middle where the giant squid was and pull up Piece of Heart number 25. Piece of Heart number 26 is on Dragon Roost Island. Once you've gathered 20 golden feathers, you can give them to one of the Rito guards that is on the top floor, who says his girlfriend really likes those. To get golden feathers, you can grind from Peahats or Cargaroks. Those are the best way. There are also chests around in platforms and other places that you can get them in dungeons. But the best way is to grind from Peahats in Forbidden Woods. So if you're in Forbidden Woods, or you can go to Forbidden Woods and use your grappling hook. So this guy will just give you 100 rupees. but he will say he gives them to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend will later give you a letter which contains heart piece number 26, so you'll have to wait till you can get to a post box. Heart piece number 27 is on the flight control platform. Head up and talk to the Rito at the bottom of the ladder, and he will let you play the flight control, or the flying game, I suppose it's called. To beat the flying game, you have to fly with your Deku Leaf all the way to the other side and get past the flag. It can actually be quite difficult. One nice thing is that they will refill your magic bar every time you're playing. So the best way to do this is to run off and fall as far as you can, and then use your Deku Leaf and hit the first tornado. Then keep going and try your best to hit the third tornado. And once you've hit the third tornado, if you hit it, you should have enough momentum to keep going forward. This is probably one of the hardest minigames in the game to beat, so don't be discouraged if it takes you a few tries. Also, don't try and hit the rest of the tornadoes because you'll just waste magic. Just keep going straight after you hit the third tornado in, and you should be fine. Once you've hit the goal, you will be rewarded with Piece of Heart number 27. Piece of Heart number 28 is on Bomb Island. It's actually in a mini dungeon. Go to the top of Bomb Island and use, you guessed it, a bomb to destroy the rock on top. Then you can hop down the hole that appears and enter the mini dungeon. In this first room, what you're going to want to do is get a Magtail so that he is hard, so stun him, and then set him on the switch right in front of the door. This will cause the bars to open, and then you can head to the next room. Once you're in the next room, you can walk slowly along the narrow path and hop in the little hole with the switch to get to the next part of the room. Then you can hop out, and you can either hop in the lava or walk back. I prefer to hop in the lava. Speedrun tactics. Yeah, I totally meant to do that. And then head up to the next part. So at this next part, there will be a never-ending spawn of Magtails like the last room, and you'll have to use their stunned state and throw them into the holes surrounded by fire to hit each of the switches. So this can be kind of challenging, so it'll probably take you a couple tries. But don't worry, the Magtails do come back, so. Also, don't use your parry attack on them, because the parry attack will just instantly kill them. And that's not what we want to do. Once you finally got the Magtails in their respective holes, you can head up and open the treasure chest for piece of heart number 28. Piece of heart number 29 is obtained via treasure chart number 38, which you can get on Windfall Island at the auction house. So wait for the auction for the treasure chart that begins at 60 rupees, and make sure you have at least 200 rupees to be safe. Then you just want to keep bidding, and bidding about 12 or 15 or 20 rupees higher than the current bid to stun people. And that's how you can get it as cheap as possible. Then with treasure chart number 38, you can use it on Three-Eyed Reef, I believe, to get treasure chart number 29. Piece of heart number 29. Piece of heart number 30 is on Star Island. Blow up one of the rocks. Blow up the rock that has the hole underneath it. You might have to try multiple rocks, but it's one of the big rocks. And then hop down the hole. In this hole there will be an area where you will fight a bunch of Magtails and other enemies. So defeat them all and open the chest for piece of heart number 30. Piece of Heart number 31 is on Rockspire Island. Go to the Beetle ship there, Beetle ship shop, and you can purchase Piece of Heart number 31.
Oh. Thank you.
Make sure you have quite a bit of rupees, because it will cost you 950 of them. Piece of Heart number 32 is also on Rockspire Island, just south of the island. Go to the southernmost cannon ship and defeat him, and then haul up his treasure for Piece of Heart number 32. Piece of Heart number 33 is obtained via treasure chart number 4, which can be bought from the same Beetles chart that we bought the heart piece from. This is treasure chart number 4, and you can then pull up the treasure at Southern Fairy Island. Piece of Heart number 34 is obtained via treasure chart number 30. To get treasure chart number 30, while you're in the Tower of the Gods, in the scale room, the room with the scales, use a bomb to blow up the cracked wall on your left. Then head in the room and play the Wind's Requiem on the little wind symbol on the floor. And open the treasure chest for treasure chart for the treasure chart. Keep in mind, after you play the song, you will have to defeat the Armos Knights. Then you can pull up the treasure you can pull up Piece of Heart number 34 using the treasure chart on Pawprint Isle. Treasure chart number 35 is the trading sequence. So to begin the trading sequence, you have to have the delivery bag. Once you have the delivery bag, talk to Zinari, and he will give you the first item, which is the town flower. There are 3 merchants involved in this trading sequence, one at Bomb Island, one at Great Fish Isle, and one at Mother and Child Isles. These are all Gorons, and you can trade them different things. I'll show you the most direct route to get all of the things and the heart piece at the end. But keep in mind that there are other ways to do this. So trade the town flower to the Great Fish Isle merchant for the sea flower, then trade the sea flower to the Great Fish Isle merchant for the exotic flower. Trade the exotic flower to the Mother and Child Isle merchant for the pinwheel. Trade the pinwheel to the Bomb Island merchant for the Sickle Moon flag. Trade the Sickle Moon flag to the Mother and Child Isle merchant for the Big Catch flag. Trade the Big Catch flag to the Great Fish Isle merchant for the Fountain Idol. Trade the Fountain Idol to the Great Fish Isle merchant for the Skull Tower Idol. Trade the Skull Tower Idol to the Mother and Child Isle merchant for the Big Sail flag. Trade the Big Sail flag to the Great Fish Isle merchant for the Heroes flag. Trade the Heroes flag for the Postman statue from the Great Fish Isle merchant. And trade the Postman statue for the Shop Guru statue from the Mother and Child Isle merchant. Then trade the Shop Guru statue for heart piece number 35 from the Great Fish Isle merchant. If you didn't catch all that, I will post a link to a good source in the video description. But otherwise, moving on to heart piece number 36 is the Withered Deku Tree sequence. I've sped this up because it's quite a bit to watch and there's not much to say about it. So the first Withered Deku Tree is on Cliff Plateau Isles, just east of Forest Haven. So go through the island at the top and use the forest water on the first Withered Deku Tree. If you're playing the Wii U version, you'll have plenty of time, especially if you have the Swift Sail. If you're playing the GameCube version, you're going to want to go as fast as possible. Then warp to Tower of the Gods, head south to Private Oasis, and use the water there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to warp back to Tower of the Gods, and this time head north to Eastern Fairy Island. Then you can use the water on the Withered Deku Tree there. Then warp to Southern Fairy Isle and head west to Shark Island, and use your Forest Haven water there. Then you want to warp to Great Fish Isle, head to the top of the Spiral Island, and use the special forest water there. Then, instead of warping like I do, head southwest to Needle Rock Island. It's actually faster than, and then warp to Tingle Island and go to Mother and Child Isles. If you're playing the Wii U version, you can do it the way I do it. But if you're playing the GameCube version, you definitely want to go, instead of warping to Tingle Island, you want to go to Needle Rock Island directly after Great Fish. Finally, after going to Mother and Child Isles, head north to Star Island. Once you've used the Forest Haven water on all of the Withered Deku trees, you will be rewarded with Piece of Heart number 36. Piece of Heart number 37 is on Windfall Island. Here you want to First, make sure it's night by playing the Song of Passing, and then ride the windmill up to the top. You can only do this after you have fire arrows, so make sure you take out your fire arrows at the top, and then shoot a fire arrow into the beacon to start the lighthouse again. This will reveal a chest on the outskirts of the island, but don't go straight there. Instead of going to the chest on the outskirts of the island, head all the way back around and talk to the guy standing on the platform before getting on the windmill. He will give you piece of heart number 37. Piece of heart number 38 is obtained in the same way as piece of heart number 37. Make sure it's nighttime before going on the windmill, and then hop onto the gondola seats on the windmill and use the fire arrows to light the beacon at the top. This time, go to the chest that appears on the outskirts of Windfall Island. Use your deco leaf to fly over there, and open the chest for piece of heart number 38. Piece of heart number 39 is also on Windfall Island. In the rich man's house at the top of the town, talk to Maggie. Maggie will say that she fell in love with a moblin named Mo, and I do not want to know the details of their relationship. Anyways, she will ask if you could send a letter to him, so say yes, and grab the letter and put it in a post box. The one on Windfall Island is the most convenient. So head down to there and put the letter in the post box. Luckily, the postal service is almost instant in the Zelda universe, so the postman will have already gotten the letter, sent it to Mo, and will be trying to send a letter from Mo to Maggie as soon as you put that letter in the post box. So head back up to Maggie's house, and you will see an argument between Maggie's father and the postman. so this will prompt the postman to leave. Then head to the coffee shop and talk to the postman, who will give you Moe's letter. Then go back to Maggie's house and give the letter back to Maggie. She will reward you with Piece of Heart number 39. Piece of Heart number 40 is obtained via treasure chart number 2. To get treasure chart number 2 on Windfall Island, you need to have at least 20 skull necklaces. Give them to Maggie's father after going through the Forsaken Fortress sequence the second time, and he will reward you with treasure chart number 2. Then you can pull up the treasure on Rockspire Island for Piece of Heart number 40. Piece of Heart number 41 is the last island heart, and it is obtained at Outset Island. Once you have the power bracelets, you can pick up the large pig, the large black pig at the top of the hill. Make sure you have some bait with you, and bring the pig across the bridge. Once you get across the bridge, put bait down on the black soil spot right in front of the ledge. The pig will dig there, and he will dig up Piece of Heart number 41. Piece of Heart number 42 is obtained via treasure chart 20. While you're in the Earth Temple, in the large mirror room, once you have light going to the left side of the room, use Medley or Link with either the mirror shield or the harp to use the light to make a hole appear in the wall. You can head to this room later or now, it doesn't really matter. But just make sure you do that before you light the room up. Then head to this room, and there will be 3 coffins inside. So use Medley or Link's ability to reflect light on the coffins to reveal Stalfos in each of them. So use the bomb boomerang method to defeat the Stalfos. And open the chest that appears to claim treasure chart number 20. Once the treasure chart is in your grasp, use it on Bomb Island to pull up the sunken treasure there, which is Piece of Heart number 42. Piece of Heart number 43 is obtained with treasure chart number 5. On the bottom floor of the Wind Temple, head into the next room, and you'll have to defeat all the enemies in this room. Some of them, however, are hiding. So defeat the Stalfos right away, as well as the Wizrobe that is in there. Once you've done that, you'll want to climb your way up to the top using your hook shot. And once you get to the top where you open the door, use your hook shot on the mask, which will reveal a Bokoblin. Then there's a final Bokoblin on one of the masks on one of the bottom ledges. Once you've defeated all the enemies, a treasure chest will appear, and you will get treasure chart number 5, which you can use at Thorned Fairy Isle to pull up Piece of Heart number 43. And finally, Piece of Heart number 44, the last one, is obtained via treasure chart number 46. Only in the Wii U version, however. So treasure chart 46 is obtained at Pawprint Isle. Head to the funny looking tree and use your hook shot to head down the secret hole. In here, there'll be a series of Wizrobes that you'll have to defeat, which can be kind of difficult because eventually there are 3 and they're creating a bunch of enemies for you to defeat. Focus your main attacks on the Wizrobes, but once you defeat all of the enemies, you will get your hands on treasure chart number 46. Then, use treasure chart 46 at Two-Eyed Reef to pull up Piece of Heart number 44 and have your full heart containers. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked what you saw, you liked the video, subscribe, and there will be more to come for Wind Waker. Look out for my treasure chart guide coming later. So I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye bye.